Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well on this wonderful Monday. I have some exciting information to share, so we thought we'd jump on live to share it with you. So welcome to my page, and I have a very special guest today, and as you probably saw in the title, we want to share some information with you about our Pure Nerium night cream and firming cream. And I've been getting a lot of questions, so I decided to go live to have someone really, really special share more about this and see if it's something for you or not. So I have my dear friend Rachel Garcia, all the way up from Jacksonville, Florida, here visiting in New Jersey. And she is a PA, practicing medicine since 2001 in the fields of dermatology and plastic surgery. So she is the perfect person to jump on here and explain a little bit more about this wonderful billion-dollar product line that we are helping to launch. That is super exciting, and I know I'm just amazed with the results. So I first want to let Rachel tell you a little bit about herself, and then we will dive into these two products.
Okay, everybody. So I started working in the field of dermatology back in 2001 as a physician assistant. Went to school for about 8.5 years and spent over $100,000 on my education to be able to practice medicine. And I thought I was going to go into orthopedics, but I ended up in dermatology in one of the busiest dermatologic practices in Miami, something that I really went into really for the surgical part of it. I love being in the OR. And when you work in Florida, skin cancer is rampant, and so I was constantly in the surgical fields. But when you also work in a dermatology office, you become extremely familiar with the importance of not only making sure your skin is healthy, but everyone in Florida and also, everywhere is concerned about what their skin looks like. And so it started for me in the dermatology world of every skin condition you can imagine, right? From acne to warts to skin cancer, squamous cell, basal cell, melanoma, to tinea and rashes and everything you can imagine. When you work in dermatology, you see everything you can imagine. But then there's also the concerns about, well, how do I make my wrinkles go away? And how do I make my brown spots go away? And when you work in dermatology in Miami, you learn about everything you can possibly learn about to help smooth and lighten and brighten and tighten the skin. And so I've worked with over 20 lasers in my 18 years. I'm certified to use over 20 lasers as a PA. And in the years that I practiced, I went from dermatology to plastic surgery for a number of years and then back to dermatology, and have worked with a lot of different lasers and fillers and Botox and all kinds of things. Everything you can imagine working with, I have worked with. And in 2008, I decided to open my own retail store. I was in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, and my patients, you guys, if you go to the doctor, you see how crazy busy our schedules are. We would work 12-hour days seeing patients with all the skin concerns you can imagine, and then they would start asking about, well, what can I use for this and what can I use for that? And in the midst of scheduling their rebiopsies and giving them their prescriptions and their follow-up appointments, it would be like, oh, well, this is the skincare cream that I recommend. And so we opened a skincare retail store, the doctor that I worked with and we sold the best of the best. We sold everything you can imagine. We sold Skin Medica, SkinCeuticals, Obagi. We sold it all. And, it was different things for different people. And the majority of the night creams that we recommended were for fine lines and wrinkles, and were on the low end, $190 to $200, $210 for one cream. There are systems that we sold that were $400 and $500 for 3 or 4 steps in the morning and 3 or 4 steps at night. In addition to the skincare creams that I recommended, I also was proficient in using the fractional and fractionated laser treatments. These are procedures that people would pay $1,000 to $1,500 per session. They'd come in an hour before the scheduled time with me. They would get numbed. They'd sit in the numbing spa area and nice music, and then I would laser them for 30 to 45 minutes, and we would have a nurse holding the cooling spray, and the downtime would be peeling and redness and swelling. And so I tell you all this to say I've done a lot of stuff in the last 18 years in this world. And so when our company, and Melissa and I have been working with this company now for quite some time. I've been with it for 11 years. You've been with it for five and a half years. Mm-hmm. We both were attracted to this for not the health of the outside, but the health of the inside of your body. That's what attracted both of us to it. My nephew was diagnosed with severe autism in 2008. And when I heard the doctor tell my sister that he would likely never speak and that he would likely never have more than the brain of a 3-year-old, I was shocked, and I had a lot of questions, and I began to do a lot of research, and my research led me to understand the importance of what we're putting into our bodies. And you would think going through medical school that these were things that I'd learned, but I'd learned about pharmacologic medications. And, even when I went for my last board review course, PAs have to take board exams every 6 years. We're one of the few that you will see in a doctor's office who writes prescriptions and does surgeries, who actually we have to take board certification courses every 6 years. And at my last board review course, I remember sitting in the room with a number of new PAs getting ready to graduate and start practicing medicine. And the questions being asked were things like this. You have a 38-year-old male. He has high blood pressure, he has high cholesterol, and he's just been diagnosed with depression. What medications can we put him on that won't interact with the blood pressure and the cholesterol medications? And it was mind-blowing to me. Shouldn't the question be, why does a 38-year-old male have these issues, and what can we do to fix it, not put a Band-Aid on? And that was kind of the beginning of my move into really focusing on how do we help people by the foods they're consuming. And so that's where Melissa and I have been entrenched for the last 11 years, 5.5 years of really teaching people the importance of getting the toxins out. I mean, you guys watching this, probably the majority of you live in and around the area she lives in, which is traffic everywhere, and the cars, and sitting in the pollution, and we're breathing in junk every day, we're consuming things every day, and we don't think about the negative effects this is having on us. But I'm telling you, it's a very real, very negative effect. We've got to get the toxins out and pour plant-based nutrition in. And there are so many published medical studies and fabulous books like the China study that have proven this. And so the people that know this information, you're at the health food store, you're buying the best of the best and purchasing from multiple different companies, or buying things online. That's totally what I was doing. That was when I got into nutrition, that's what I started doing. And she found this company that kind of encompassed it all. And I thought, oh, good, it'll save me a few steps. I won't be buying from a lot of companies. But when we started using the products in our own family, and we were a healthy family, I started seeing some huge changes. Sleep issues resolved, allergy issues resolved for my son. My 3-year-old had horrible constipation issues, and I had tried everything natural for it, and he still only went once a week, and it was a problem. And so when we started doing this and saw those issues resolve, and I'm not going to make claims and say that'll happen for you, but for me, that was back in 2008, 2009. And I started to think, my goodness, this is better than I thought it was. And then my severely autistic nephew started speaking. And for me, that was the real wake-up call that I found something amazing, and shame on me if I don't tell people. And so we've been really involved with teaching people what to put into their body. Just so you know, the skin is the largest organ of your body. And, the skincare world, there's no placebo in the skincare world. It either works or it doesn't work. I'm the queen of before and after pictures. I have entire laptops at my house with pictures, because people, when they come in to do a dermatologic procedure or a plastic surgery procedure, if they look at themselves and they think that there's no change, they'll come in and complain. So we have to have before pictures to say, oh, no, look at this versus this. And so, when we first found out that we had the exclusive rights to distribute this amazing skincare cream that did over $1 billion in sales close to a decade ago, I was like, okay, we'll see if it's really that good, And so, I went into San Antonio, where the main ingredient of this plant is grown and cultivated and has been studied for over a decade. And I learned about the studies that they've done. And I heard the results, the clinical results of what it's shown for reduction of fine lines. And I thought back to all the reps that came to see me when I was opening my skincare retail store and telling me about their skincare creams. And then I went to their websites to see what are the results that their creams have shown. And a lot of times, you guys, they say clinically significant. The results are clinically significant. And as I was sitting in San Antonio, I'm like, what does that even mean? Right? Whereas this company was giving us the actual results, which the official launch of these products is actually October 18th. And so this is all kind of pre-launch information. I was so blown away with the actual results that they had that I decided, like, okay, we need before pictures. And so everybody in our group is taking before pictures, and it's now been like 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks since this product was introduced. I'm going to tell you right now, you wash your face at night, It's a little bit damp. You put 4 squirts of this on your hand and you rub it all in. And I have never seen anything like this before. The brightening, tightening, and lightening effects are crazy around the eyes. If Melissa has not been posting them on her page, I hope you start posting them, because we have a page where ask her to add you to the page and you can see a lot of our before and after pictures. I've never seen anything like it. I have a lot of acquaintances and colleagues in the worlds of derm and plastic surgery. And one of them the other day was saying, well, what do you think it is that's causing that? I'm like, it's clearly that plant that's grown in San Antonio that no one else has access to, that's giving those kind of results. We're seeing it in every type of skin, darker skin, lighter skin. The results we're seeing are like nothing I've ever seen before. And typically, you would pay thousands of dollars with a fractionated laser of some sort that's painful and expensive, or maybe $400, $500, $600 for a 5-step system in the morning and a 5-step at night. By the way, I can't do those 5-step in the morning and nighttime systems because I have extremely sensitive skin. Saline solution burns my face. Like, I can't use those systems. And so I have probably the most sensitive skin out there. I've had no irritation, no reactions, and you can literally feel it. Your skin is softer. Everything goes on smoother. One of my claims to fame while I was working full time was, it was my goal to help people stop using makeup. Like, you should be able to wake up in the morning and just put a little bit of eye makeup on, a little blush and a little lipstick, and look amazing. And if you're having to coat foundation on just to go out and see the world, then we can change some things up with expensive lasers. And now I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is amazing. This is sold for under $100 and it lasts a month. It's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. And then they released this days ago, and Melissa and I both got, I don't think you did, samples of this. Did you get samples of it before? Okay, we got samples of this before. This is our firming cream. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm someone who's, have you ever heard of endermology? Any cellulite treatment out there, I have either used it on people or used it on myself. And it was always very hit or miss. It worked with some people a little bit and others it didn't work with very well. And when I started using this, friends in my life, I live in Jacksonville Beach, we're at the beach all the time, started noticing immediately in the appearance of my legs. When people on our team began using this, they started seeing it in their neck and their chest. The firming effects of this are craziness. Again, under $100. So here's the thing. In the derm world, there's no placebo effect. It either works or it doesn't work, okay? And we've actually been teaching all of the people that we work with, like, same lighting. Don't use natural light in your before and after pictures. Take it in the exact same place in the bathroom because it's working so well. We don't want anyone to think or go, oh, they've added light to it. We don't need to do that. This stuff works. And so if you've ever looked at adding anything to your routine or your regimen, that's a no-brainer. What's been very eye-opening to me, and I know you as well, is how many people are so interested in this, but when it comes to what they're putting into their bodies, they're like, oh, no, I can't afford that. Or, oh, no, that's not important to me. And I'm just going to, I'll end my little spiel by saying, this is your house. You live in it your whole life. It's more important that you take care of this than that you take care of the curtains in your house or your car or your shoes. It's more important that you take care of this, because if you look at anybody or you talk to anybody who's in their 60s and 70s and doesn't have their health, they will tell you your health is most important. It's amazing to me how many more people care about this than they care about what's inside. And I came from a world where that's where I was all about, was what this looked like. But I came to understand that if you don't have this running right on the inside, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Nothing matters if you don't have your health. Is there anyone in your life struggling right now with their health? We can help them. So please take a serious look at what we have. Ask Melissa to add you to our testimony page. It's awesome. You know, you might look at us and go, oh, they're just talking. Get on the testimony page and you'll see thousands of people posting real testimonies about how their lives have been changed. So thank you for listening today. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to reach out and answer them for you.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. And you guys are really blessed to hear from her today. I mean, a lot of you, I've been kind of waiting to share my before and after pictures with you. Those of you that know me pretty well know that I love the beach and I'm a sun worshiper. So I have never had plastic surgery or anything done to my face. I'm in my mid 40s, and you know, it's that aging dilemma of what to do. A lot of people reach out to me. They're like, well, what are you doing? And you know, what's happening? happening. And sure, I'm definitely always thinking, what's a simple, easy, cost-effective way to, you know, stop the aging process and help with fine lines and wrinkles or dark spots on my face. And this has definitely been a game changer for me. So watch out for some of my before and after pictures as well. And, you know, certainly a lot of ladies with, yeah, as Rachel said, the cellulite, I mean, a lot of us that are moms, right, and have given birth, and we have stretch marks and different things going on. I have two kids, you know, that are older and one in college. I'm certainly not going to spend thousands of dollars, for me personally, on treatments like she mentioned, which I know a lot of people do. But this is a nice, simple way and very cost effective for me to get the results I'm looking for and stay young and healthy. And we're really excited about it. So if you want to learn more, we're happy to add you into some pages that you can see the wonderful results and testimonies. But ask your questions below. We've got Rachel here up here in New Jersey to help answer those questions. And we're thrilled about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.